Hi guys, and welcome to another Now News update. This is focusing on an article from The Independent that we had a very strange experience with earlier today. So I think someone wanted us to share this story. Richard, would you like to share what this experience was before we delve into the article, because it made you laugh quite considerably?
It did the article is exactly the same time to each other. And I mean, like exactly the same time. As I pressed send, my phone went bleep. And I looked at it, I thought, oh, somebody's messaged me. And I looked, and it was you sending me the article. And then we rang each other at the same time just to say that was crazy.
It was a really crazy synchronicity, and this is how information kind of comes to us, and comes, like, when we put information across to you guys on the channel. Sometimes it's in weird synchronistic ways. Like, I literally was sitting there browsing on my phone. I flicked across to the news articles on the left hand side of Android, and it was the top one, and I was like, oh, we could cover this on the channel. And literally I pressed send to share it to you. Looked down, I was like, oh, Richard's just, hang on, he's just sent, wait there, it's the same article. I've literally I've just gone through it. I've only just now realised we'd shared exactly the same article at exactly the same time, had exactly the same reaction, then phoned each other, because then you rang me, and I had basically started ringing you. So someone was trying to draw our attention to this. So I have no idea why. Maybe we'll look back on this video in a couple of months' time, and there'll be a reason for it. Maybe, who knows. But yeah, so shall we talk a bit about the article a bit more in depth? This is the article on screen here. And it says, fireball that fell to Earth is full of pristine extraterrestrial organic compounds, scientists say. Ooh. A fireball that fell to Earth in 2018 contains pristine extraterrestrial. Sorry, I just moved my mic towards me a bit more because I think my mic was a bit distant from me. So I hope you can hear me better. A fireball that fell to Earth in 2018 contains pristine extraterrestrial organic compounds that could help tell us how life was formed, scientists say. The meteor arrived on Earth in January 2018 as a striking fireball visible across the sky in the US Midwest. Scientists were able to track it using weather radar, and hunters picked up the meteorite before any chemical makeup could have been damaged through exposure to liquid water, etc. Now the research is basically saying that this would offer them the ability to study organic matter and that sort of thing as it exists in space, and maybe offer them some insight into how life developed here on Earth. This meteorite is special because it fell into a frozen lake and was recovered quickly. It was very pristine. We could see the minerals weren't much altered, and later found that it contained rich inventory of extraterrestrial organic compounds, says Philip Heck, a curator at the Field Museum, associate professor at the University of Chicago, and lead author of the new paper, which is published in Meteoritics Planetary Science. So basically, just sort of paraphrasing some of the stuff that's in this article. We'll link it in the description below, so you can check it out for yourselves. After that sort of meteoric introduction to this work by Philip and Co. What's your reaction, Rich? Because this, to me, it's something I would find a little, seemingly again a bit insignificant, but it's kind of becoming almost a bit of a meme now, where we've got sort of farts on Venus, lakes you can pee in on Mars, waters you can swim in on the moon, and now, what acronym or kind of weirdness are we going to come up for this one? Is this chocolate from space?
Well, no, the fact they flew over the US Midwest, I mean, they were just coming to see this new Carol Baskin documentary, clearly, right? They want to know if she did whack him, like. I mean,
What documentaries?
Carol Baskin, the Tiger King.
Oh,
Is
I thought that came out this year. What, getting 2 years early for it, were they?
no, this is a bigger story. They're making one. Carol Baskin is going to be, Carol Baskin, sorry, is going to be doing her own documentary. So it's going to be on Netflix. That's what they've come to see. They want to know if she did whack her husband, like.
Well, the organic matter on board meteorite is, we're looking at matter here, We're losing your audio. Say that again, sorry, buddy.
I said they said extraterrestrial, right? There's little aliens in that meteorite. They've come down to find out what's happening. They've come to watch Tiger King Part 2. And that's it. It's going to be, I tell you now, if this continues with this stuff, there's little bits and it, within, I'd say, 2 months, I'll be coming on here saying, well, I was in Tesco's and this alien was so rude to me because he told me I wasn't wearing a mask. And it's literally going to be like that. They just... it is. It's this continuation of this drip feeding. I mean...
Well, that's the thing. In the midst of a global pandemic, and I know obviously things like science continues and people continue to work and that sort of thing. If it was just the revelations that we're having, but perhaps we're maybe a bit more aware of it now because we're sitting in our homes and sort of looking out for this sort of stuff. But it feels like my spidey sense is tingling with this one. There's something more going on here, and I don't know why. I've got no evidence to back that statement up, right? I haven't. I can't. This is just simply a feeling. It's like as I'm doing this video, something's actually affecting my vision right now. What vision I have, because obviously being blind, but or partially blind, but I just got this vibe that like you said, whether it's a drip feeding, whether it's an arranged announcement, so it's done over a shorter period of time, or it's just the fact that people are paying more attention to it. Like you said in the prior video, people are watching the skies more and demanding more answers, so they're having to release these sort of little snippets, or it just all seems a bit strange in amongst the crazy climate that we're in at the moment.
Well, you think of it, this is a bit far out there, and this is going to sound a bit conspiracy crazy, but if you continually saying that there's other life in the universe, right? There's these aliens and these UFOs, and we can't understand it. There's water here, there's this here, there's that there. That is kind of it's having a bit of a detrimental effect on faith. If you think of it in that sense, it's taking that thing out of like the God idea. If you think about it, do you understand what I'm saying?
No, I don't know if you're going to just elaborate on that a little bit more, please, buddy.
Well, it's kind of saying if this life, like the origin, this meteorite, they're looking at the origins of life on Earth, and this meteorite, about cloud seeding with comets and things like that. And if they sort of, they seem to be just tiptoeing on the edge of that ideal, and taking God out of the equation, maybe. That seems like, because that's what this story is kind of doing, and the more it perpetuates, the more it takes that out of its, it takes away its validity. And
so, in a sense, this could be used in a sense of in a way of demoralization. Then your more faith-based communities that we have, whether that's Islam, Christianity, that sort of thing. Could this just be science? Just coming out at a vastly accelerated rate. That's what the layman's gonna, the layman person's gonna watch these videos and think, are these guys just, going up in arms over nothing?
Well, not really. I mean, if you look at there is a community-based thing with religion, right? Mm. And it can bring people together. It can open up a discussion. It has lots of positives, right? But it's never been the way. If you look at history, it's always caused divide, right? Massively, and it's caused problems. And So maybe it's a way of calming that down, changing it, because it's clearly it doesn't work because nobody can see eye to eye on the issue, and which is ridiculous. But maybe it's for that. Maybe it's for that reason. It's just dampen down that belief system, change it, open it up. I don't know, but you know, it keeps coming up. You know, this.
And that's the thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is a group of people behind it going, oh, well, we're going to release this one today and then this one tomorrow, and you down in that observatory down there are going to release this, or that observatory there. It could simply be a lining up of events that has a domino effect into something bigger. And whether that's a planned series of events or a coincidental series of events, we quite just don't know yet.
Well, you mean at the moment, the world isn't united, right? That's a given, especially with the tensions over with America with China and different things, and this Russian collusion and everything else that's going on, and us leaving Europe. They're gonna. Maybe they are trying to bring about something that we can all have a common, like neoconservatism. If you want to unite people, you give them a common enemy. And at the moment, the enemy we have is the coronavirus. As we see it, not the people who put the coronavirus out there or the people who are creating crazy laws because of said coronavirus, but maybe they're trying to do that. Maybe it's along them lines. Maybe they and this will kind of, if there was an extraterrestrial threat, right? As the Pentagon's put it, they're saying they know nothing about them genuinely, and there is a threat potentially. So there's so many points to this story you can go down, and unfortunately, it's going to be very difficult to pinpoint the truth. Or it could just be that it's just happening. It's just happening. It's being caught off guard by it. So,
what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments section below. But we thought we would just do this very quick video, guys. I'm not going to edit this video, so it won't have the usual outro. Basically, because that experience happened to us today. We happen to be recording tomorrow's Now Debate, which is with a gentleman called Michael Hilton. We've just recorded that, and it's a brilliant talk on mental health, men's mental health, that he gave us. And obviously there's going to be other videos coming out later again this week. So any final words, Rich, before we end the video?
No, just be careful of meteorites and that, because they're obviously making, they've got extraterrestrial compounds in them, and you shouldn't go playing with anything that you don't know where it's come from, especially if it's come from another world.
And so, if you grow a second head, you know the email address to contact, paranormalnow@outlook.com.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. Love and light.
Love and light, para peeps.